So we needed to be able to make very accurate measurements of very low impedance values, including tiny inductances down in tens of picohenries. We needed this so we could get better correlation between simulations and measurements, and also so we could characterize our own new components, including our new shunts. We also wanted to be able to use our Bode 100s and Bode 500s, which are the workhorses in our lab. They're kind of unique because those instruments don't use full two-port calibration, they use impedance calibration, and they don't support calibration kits. So we needed to make a calibrator and matching DUT boards that had a nearly perfect calibrator. Turns out that was no small feat, but we were able to do it. CTF is the answer. Let me show you how it works. So we can start out by just opening up a new calibration, and we'll already calibrate it, but I'm going to show how we do it. We have an open, which two-port open is a through, and this is included with the component test fixture. And so we're just going to go ahead and we're going to do the open calibration. Then we're going to do the short. We have a very unique short, which combines ground loop error correction, isolation, and a nearly perfect short at less than 1 picohenry. So we'll go ahead and we'll do that one next. And then we're going to do the load or two-port match, which is a shunt 50 ohm resistor. And we'll go ahead and do that one. And seeing as these are nearly ideal calibrators, we didn't need the calibration kit support, and so we are now fully calibrated. Now the CTF comes with a couple of components, and we did that so that you'd be able to get confidence in your measurements. The first component that we chose was a 1.2 nanohenry inductor. And we chose this because it was the most accurate chip component we can find. It's 1.2 nanohenries plus or minus 100 picohenries, and we wanted to be able to measure that and know that we got the right answer. And so let's go ahead and let's just put this into inductance. And there you can see that we are between the 1.1 and 1.3 nanohenries. Of course, we mounted lots and lots of these so we could see statistically that they all fit within the plus minus 100 picohenries. We also have some that are mounted with connectors so that we can do a direct comparison between a traceable vector network analyzer and our measurement. Now we did include other components too. For example, we included a 1 microfarad MLCC capacitor. And so we can measure that one too. And you can see once you calibrated, these measurements are quite fast. We also included a 1 milliohm resistor. And so there is a 1 milliohm resistor. You can just see a little bit of that ground loop error down around 100 hertz, but we corrected most of it. We'll save that one to memory also. And I said that we're doing this because we needed to measure extremely low inductance components, and that included our own shunts, which are typically down in the 20 picohenry range. This one here is a 50 picohenry shunt, and we should have lots of these here. And that was 21 picohenries. And so that's what we made this for. That's what it's really special at. And of course, there's one more reason that we wanted to use the Bode 100 and the Bode 500. And that is that the Bode 100 and Bode 500 have the ability to make a spice model from the measurement. And so I'm going to show that. The second measurement that we made, and I could have labeled it, but the second one that we made was a 1 microfarad capacitor. So I can open up the circuit fit. I'm going to choose a network structure that's automatic, and I'm going to seek passivity for simulation. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start the fit, and it's finished. It's a little bit difficult to see it, but you can see that that simulation almost perfectly overlays our 1 microfarad measurement. And if I open that up, You can see it gave me the values of the components that used to represent our measurement. And right here in the menus, I can directly export this in SPICE format as a SPICE netlist. And so in a nutshell, that's why we made it. That's how it works and what it does. It's extremely simple to use and highly accurate.